When David talks to me, he always tells me that he didn't do it. And sometimes I want to believe him, but then again, I don't even know what happened.
If convicted as charged of first-degree murder, David Harris looking at life.
Two brothers, David and Jesse Harris, and a third person, Austin Taggart. They are charged with murdering Lopez Ramos.
Investigators say the suspects came after the victim because he's Hispanic. They are looking at this as a possible hate crime.
I know who David is, and he's not a killer. He's always helped me out the most when it came to talking to me about things. He always had the right words. If he does win this, he'll have a second chance at life. And I think he really deserves one. He never even had a first chance at life. I was a baby, he was 6 years old. We were abandoned and left in a room by ourselves. And the only reason we got out of that room and out of that house was because David was there to protect us. He got us to escape from the house, and that's when we were found by the state. When we went to our adopted family, they were originally just foster caring us for the moment, and they were gonna give us back, and we're gonna go back to the system and find new homes, like permanent homes. But my mom wanted to keep us all together, and she felt so bad for us, and she officially adopted us in 2001.
There's always a pecking order. Money and whiteness goes first. Your average Joes are probably in the middle, and the Guatemalans would be at the bottom. Buenisimo, or Marcelino as we called him, we worked together at a Jupiter restaurant 70, 80 hours a week. He was always positive, never a bad attitude, always joking around. The incident happened because a group of kids with nothing better to do, raised with apparently no morals, decided to go attack Guatemalans.
No denuncian a la policía. Les roban y se quedan callados por miedo a ser deportados. La mayoría de los hispanos no se confían de los bancos. Siempre andan dinero en efectivo. Policías son presas fáciles para robar. Por esa casita estaba tirado un zapato de mi hermana. No, tampoco nos dimos cuenta. Esa noche nos quedamos dormidos. Es muy difícil recordarlo.
I've never been in contact with the victim's family, so I'm not really sure how they see it. David just says that their story isn't adding up.
I think he looks good in the sweater. We had an acquittal in January 2017 of a first-degree murder case. And the young man wore a sweater almost every day. He didn't like to wear the sweater, but he sure liked the result.
David Harris, some other young men, went prowling the streets of Jupiter, Florida in the early morning hours. Why? They were going guat hunting. Guatemalan hunting.
In the opening arguments, the prosecution mentioned guat hunting, which is to rob somebody based on their background.
David Harris was not looking for any trouble. He was not guat hunting. David Harris did not have any bad intentions. He did not kill Buenisimo.
We're gonna pull David Harris to the stand.
Okay.
He swung at me after I told him to drop his weapon. I didn't fight with his hands. He said, "Fuck you, puto," and swung, and he kind of spun a little bit, so I kind of turned the axe. I didn't know which way the axe blade was, so I kind of turned it and swung, and they made connection with him. I thought I hit him in the head, but possibly just hit him in the shoulder. Like I said, it was kind of dark.
I'm representing David Rafael Gonzalez. David is a minority. David's brother Jesse, his name was Jesus before he was adopted. His younger sister, Esperanza, she was adopted at 2. She is more ethnic than David.
This is a prepaid collect call from David Harris.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I think we're going to win.
Did you know I was coming?
No, I didn't know.
Did you know I was in Florida?
No, I didn't even know. I tried calling you before, but I never picked up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't have the money at the moment. All right, bye. I love you.
All right, love you too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
During the defense's inquiry with him, I thought he handled himself pretty well. That all changed when the prosecution started asking him questions.
Let's get this clear. What is squat hunting?
Squat hunting means to rob, and we're not.
To rob. It means to rob who?
It don't matter, Hispanic, it could be anybody, it just means to rob. It's just a term, a slur, a slang, whatever you want to call it.
Are Guatemalans easy targets?
No, it's just, like I said, it's just a slang, a slur, or whatever. It's not because they're easy target. Anybody's an easy target. You're an easy target. Mr. Prince are easy target. The jurors are easy targets. Anybody's an easy target.
For you, right?
Definitely not for me.
Some cases you lose, some cases you win, and you thank the jury for their good service.
One person has a question, it goes back to the judge.
I cannot imagine they would find him guilty of murder. But the stakes are very high, and David could get life in prison.